investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Homosassa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Isn't it wonderful? This gentleman here with the gold report, right before the market fell apart, ended up with PAAS. We had a 98% gain in a year. And, you weren't 99% proof like Irish whiskey, but we had a good gain there. You always told us to do what we feel comfortable with. And if I lose a little bit of money on the table, I will, but I know that I just pocketed $8,000 or $9,000 in 2 weeks.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great week, folks. Don't make assumptions. Disconcern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are truth. We make the assumption, we misunderstand, then we take it personally and we react with emotion by sending emotional poison with our word. And it creates a whole big what? A whole big drama for nothing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 153, Nasdaq's up 168, S&P's up 34. Gold contract up 90 cents, traded at $19.45 an ounce. We had silver down 49 cents, $23.44 an ounce. Light sweet crude, flat, $81.53 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note down 12 ticks, trading 114.21. The 30-year off 20 at 129.27. And King Dollar. King Dollar's trading up 106, 102, 118. Euros at 108. Yen is out here at a price point of 130.68. The British pound is at 123 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them because this is going to be a fun 60 minutes here. So, what do we have out here? Well, first off, what we did is this. Let's go back to Friday. So, Friday, you had volume on the way up. Option expiration, you got 91 million shares. Now, the 91, we're going into 108, but 91's good volume. Today, what do we have? The bottom line, we got over the highs today. Now, the high that you're going to keep your eye on out here today is going to be the 400.23. We made it to 402.64. We're under that level right now. And if I go over to the E-minis, it looks to me, I guess gets contracted. It looks to me that we can sell this whole thing off today, which is going to be crazy. But this is how this is kind of like set up at this point. Because, see, let me see on this 10-minute. Yeah, so we're 9 minutes into the 10-minute bar here. Now, watch this. Okay, so we come down in 50 minutes from, the 4056 to 4016. Okay, so you can now 40 S&P points. It still has volume, so you have a high volume low at this 4016. Now, we're on a 9-minute, we're in this bar, and it's 9 minutes, and you can see the 9-minute bar only has 28,000 contracts going against 49,000. So I suspect we're not done on the way down yet. Now, let's go over, I'm going to go over to the dollar for a second. Now, let's go to the NQs first. We'll go because they're both going the same way. And this is all about the dollar, man. This is like, the dollar only went up 100 ticks, man, and the S&Ps come down 45 points. So, pretty wild, man. And then the NQs came down 100 points. And the NQs, bottom line, this is what we just did. So, we went down on 182,000 contracts, and we just went up with 106. That's telling me we're also not done. And when I look at the NQs could actually come all the way back right to where we started from, like the 11,732. Well, now that would be a total mind blow. There's no doubt about it. If we take a look and we put the Qs up and we take a look at the swing that you're coming into, Same type of setup as the, no, it's not the same type of setup because it's higher than the S&Ps. You're coming into the last high. We're coming into the low of the high. The low of the high is 285. It got to 290. The high is 296. Now, those volumes up there are explosive volumes. You know, we'll see where they can get it. We got volume on Friday. Option expirations didn't matter. You got 80 million, 60 million. And we're coming into 80 million right now. So we'll see how this baby holds. That's the reality. You know, if it can hold price, because we have a huge amount of earnings coming out. There's no two ways about that. Gold. We look at the gold contract out here. What you're going to see with gold is the bottom line is that gold did a U-turn, meaning it comes down, rejects lower price, goes topside once again. There she is right there. So we hit a low today in gold is about 1929. You're going to hear a high of 1953. And we're going to end up, if we end up right here, we're going to end up with a big doji. So we'll see where that shakes out. Bottom line, it's all about right here, the good old dollar index. And, you know, the dollar hasn't been able to get any traction, man. I mean, you know, we broke down, and when we broke down on the 9th of January, broke its range. You know, that being said, you know, bottom line, we'll see if it can get any traction. You know, today you had a high of 102.275, and if we run to that again in the next, you know, 50 minutes, you're going to see this market get smoked. It blows my mind that, you know, you could only do a small uptick. So here's the uptick that the dollar did when the S&Ps come down 40 points. We went from 102.003 to 102.218. Okay, so it did, you know, approximately 200 ticks. And 200 ticks, baby, took this baby south in like a heartbeat. So that's telling me that this dollar does want to basically bounce. You know, we'll see whether we get that bounce. Inside of the highest volume equities out here this morning, you get Tesla up at 873. You got Advanced Micro up 556. NVIDIA's up 1237. It's a lot of green out here, man. Rivian's up $1.70. We have Google up $1.40. Microsoft's up $2.50. Facebook's up $3.75. You know, there's a lot of green out there. Inside the Dow Industrial, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrial. Point-wise here, this is what you have. Salesforce is putting 32 positive points. Goldman 22. Apple 19. Boeing 18. Taken away from it, Amgen minus 17, Procter & Gamble minus 12, Verizon minus 3. No big deals there. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, you got Lucid up 11%, Rivian up 10%. Now, those are both the dogs and have been dogs. AMD is up 8%, Marvell Technologies up 7. Taken away from it, AstraZeneca down 1.9. You have Baker Hughes off 1.5 and Dexcom off 1.3. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now trading up 199. Nasdaq's up 194. S&P's up 41. Stay right there, folks. Come back when I'm at Mr. Steve Rhodes.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Dow Industrials right now trading up 212. We get the Nasdaq up 201. S&P's up 43. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve has an outstanding show here every trading day. Also has a great newsletter. Now, the newsletter, very easy to get, folks. Come over to our website at TFNN. You hit newsletters, you're going to see it on the right-hand side, Mastering Probability. You can get it for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. And you can get it for 1 year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, they all come, folks, with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Steve has a huge amount of information out there. It's a true education when you go over there. You get the newsletter. You're going to get the whole education at the same time. If it works for you, awesome. For some reason it doesn't work for you, guess what? You get your money back. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Just good football. Well, sort of good football. Pretty good weekend, with the exception of the Giants game. That was seemed to be over pretty quick.
I know, and he was almost coming back, and then it just went again. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. But good football. The Jaguars, they held up pretty well against Kansas City.
Yep.
Holmes, pretty amazing to play with a high sprain like he did.
Isn't that, folks, if you didn't see what Steve's talking about, it's unbelievable, man. This Holmes, he's the next Brady anyway. I mean, I think he is. He's just unbelievable. He was limping, folks. He's got one down, and he just fires it. It was like, wow. That was amazing, man. I know.
No, it is. So it'll really be amazing to see, whether that heals somehow in time this weekend. If it does, it's just simply miraculous. But, they're using the most advanced technology. They're probably using, different injections and so forth, what's it called, PRP, hormone or replacement therapy, stuff like that, to help out. So it'll be interesting. But I'm going with the Eagles in the finals. I'm going with the Eagles and the Bengals. So we'll see.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah, San Francisco is, they've been playing pretty well, all things considering. They got this 23-year-old quarterback out there, Brock.
Yes.
And but I still think the way the Eagles have been playing, just so strong. Even though they're giving up the home field advantage, I'd like to see the Eagles win after the year that they've had. And look, Kansas City's playing at home, so they have the advantage, even if Mahomes isn't there. But the way Cincinnati is playing, I think it would just be great to see them.
I think you're right, man. And the Eagles came back with a vengeance, man. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
That's like, okay.
They are good. So last week when we were talking about, last week or the week before, I think last week was a holiday, but the week before, we were talking about the different, I brought up the third year of a presidential cycle.
Okay.
So one of the tools that I use here, now I don't have to do all this work on my own. I'm just able to go utilize these tools from the folks at SeasonX. And this chart here for the NDX 100, Tom, this shows how it has performed during the third year of a presidential cycle. Last time we took a look at it, it was for the Dow, which it taken back to the 1800s. So it gave us a lot of data points here. It's not as many data points, but the point is that this suggests that the low for 2023 may be in. And that was one of the things that you and I talked about the last time that we were together out here. So if we take a look at just simply the average seasonal cycle during the last 37 years for the NDX 100, its pattern looks like this. And it would also suggest that the low for 2023 may be in. So what's really important here, I'm not here to tell you whether it's guaranteed to be in or not. It's just that until those lows get taken out, these two charts here tell you about the seasonality. Now, if the so-called recession talks are really going to kick in, they haven't kicked in with the way that the NDX 100 typically responds during recessionary periods. Now, again here, because I have a limited number of years, I can only go back to 1986 with the data. I've got the recessionary years as 1990, 2001, 7, 8, and 9, of course, and then in 2020 out here. And that's what the pattern looks like. And this is not what the NDX 100 looks like right now. So not that this can't kick in, but the thought about the recession and what it might do to the stock market, it's just not playing out as we speak, at least as of January the 23rd out there. Let me get back here. So instead, what the NDX is doing today, now I'm not going to be taking a look at short-term time frame charts out here, the 10-minute. You covered that out there. But if I take a look at what the NDX 100 is doing today, and here we're just taking a look at the Qs. So everybody can produce these charts themselves on their system. Right now this was taken, a snapshot, Tom, about an hour ago. If the Qs closed above 284.69, it appeared that it would have the volume as it's passing its swing point. Now, the swing point volume there was 47.7 million. You probably can look to let me know where we're at half an hour.
It will. We'll have it. Yep.
It'll have the volume. So this is signaling to just an A to B equals CD land. This is suggesting that they might up. We might see a move up to 298.85. That's the first initial price projection. I would say the way that the NDX or the Qs have moved off of that C point of this A to B equals CD pattern, chances are price will exceed the 1-to-1 level. Now, it's only Monday. And this snapshot, again, was taken a few hours ago before the market started to pull back a bit. But the Qs right now, and it doesn't really matter what it's doing on a Monday. It matters what it's going to do on Friday. But price, if you take a look at that center chart there, price is trading above its descending price channel and the top of its profile. So that's signaling to us that there may be a change in trend. This is going to be important on Friday, not Monday at 3:24 in the afternoon. If we look at a monthly time frame chart, it actually has a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside with a price target down in the 194 level out there. So its B point was actually taken out with volume. However, what the monthly chart for the Qs also show, and here we're just going to take a look at the upper right-hand panel, Tom. One of the tools, as you know, that I use to help us identify tops and bottoms are the TD9 count patterns. And this here, folks, and I teach that to everybody. It's an easy pattern to understand. You really want to learn it. Here we can see that on the monthly time frame chart. So even though we've got an A to B equals CD to the downside on a monthly basis, we also have a TD9 count bottom. Which one's going to win out? I don't know the answer to that, but it helps us to go take a look at shorter term time frames because they can assist us. So we already looked at the daily time frame that has a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside. That's really shown here in the bottom right-hand panel out here. So that's what's going on there. The weekly chart shows a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom and a TD9 count bottom. That's the lower left. So it's got that nice solid lows out there to suggest that it's possible that the low for 2023 is in, and that's the last October's low out there. But that is a very solid bottom. So here's what we've learned. The third year of a presidential cycle is very bullish for the NDX 100, and the low should be in for the year. The normal seasonal cycle pattern over the last 37 years for the NDX 100 is very bullish. The NDX 100 is not following the recessionary template that we showed out there. The daily cues are going to confirm an A to B equals CD, should get us up in the 298 level. The weekly chart has a nice, is breaking out of its descending price channel. Again, we won't know more until Friday. The weekly chart shows a nice TD9 count, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. And even though the monthly shows a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside, it also has a nice TD9 count bottom. So what do we do next? Well, let's go take a look at the top 8 weightings of the NDX 100. The only two that are suggesting a potential short-term top are Apple and Tesla. I mentioned the TD9 counts. Here we have today both Apple and Tesla completing TD9 counts. So my expectation is we will see Apple and Tesla pull back. Apple to the 136.51 level, Tesla around 124.48. So that's my overall analysis of the NDX 100 in the Qs.
That's a great update, Steve. You know, it's amazing. What I love the best, I'm telling you, that this whole thing about the NDX is not staying in a recession. It's like, in our trading career, I've never seen anything like this in my life. There's going to be a recession, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of jobs out here, man.
I hear you.
Have a great one, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Stay right there, folks.
Of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metal sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 183, NASDAQ up 193, S&P's up 39. Now let's go to the Qs first because Steve was talking about that ABC structure. It's going to have the volume, man. And that price projection, now this was pretty cool, man. So look at this. So here's your B point. Your B point is that 284.69. You need 47 million shares. We're already at 41.5. So you get the B point, 284.70. The A is, let's say, 260. And so you get 25 points, basically, almost 25, which is going to get you to approximately the 398, 298, and 296 is the last swing high. That's what's so intriguing about this. It's like, okay, yeah, we'll find out how this shakes out. We definitely have enough earnings coming out inside the NDX that it could jam it. There's no doubt. Now let's go take a look at Titan International. So Titan International, the low is $9.18. The high is 19. They come out with their numbers on the 3rd of March. They're looking to take into the top line $523 million, to the bottom line 44 cents. And, you know, this is a company, it's earth-moving, construction, agricultural. They sell the biggest tires in the world, folks, for all these machines. We take a look at it, and let's put this up. See, what's happening with a lot of these equities that are inside the commodity business in general. I mean, this is supplying commodities, right? Coming into the downdraft from April and May. That's this one here is coming into the downdraft from June of 2022. That's what this is coming into. So it's going to need more juice. That's the reality. You know, it had the last time it had a good week was about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and my take, we're building cause right here. It's going to take quite a bit to get through. You can see when we come off the last high, we come off that high on a weekly with 5.3 million. And last week we only did 1 million. The week before that, you did 1.8. That's normal in a situation when you've come down so dramatically, so fast. Not so fast. Well, so fast in a week. We went from 1890 to 1390. It takes more to get through that. That's the point. It's going to take more to get through that level. And most of the time, what ends up happening is that you're going to go up into it, you back off, build some cause, go up again. You might get through it. The third time, if you don't get through it, it's a problem. Yeah, that's kind of how that works, because you're working off a supply line. That's what's going on there. That supply line, and you're coming in. Buyers are coming into it, and you're trying to work that off. We go take a look at the. Let's see. So the dollar's not moving. Yeah, the dollar's not moving. That's still staying there at 115. Let's go take a look at some of the. We got Microsoft that's coming out with earnings tomorrow morning, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, after the market tomorrow. So the low of Microsoft's 213, the high's 313, 315. They're looking to take revenue in of 52 billion, I might as well call it 53 billion, 52.9 billion, and then $2.30 to the bottom. Now look at this, folks. This is just amazing. These companies, it's amazing that they can be huge and they just keep growing. Look at this. 5 years ago, right? Microsoft took in 32 billion. So in 5 years, they're taking 20 billion more in 90 days. I mean, it's just so cool, man. It's just amazing. But that's the one thing that I'd love to just be able to understand how you can manage something like that. I know I can't, even close. But that's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so we're coming into the top of the range. And, see, Microsoft would be an ABC up, too, if it did 30 million shares. Now, Microsoft's not going to do 30 million. So the weekly, that's the daily. Let me put this on the weekly. So the weekly is not impressive. Yeah. This weekly's not impressive. It's more impressive saying get out of 219, and they're at 242. Wow, that's wild. Okay, so let me look at Google. Google's, they're not coming out till February 2nd. Okay, so what about Amazon? Amazon coming out right now? When's Amazon come? That's February 2nd, too. Oh, February 2nd is going to be a big day. And you know what? February 2nd is Tommy O'Brien's birthday. Tommy's son, my grandson. Yeah, I love it. Okay, it's going to be action. So Amazon, we take a look at Amazon. Well, it's going to need something big because Amazon's slamming right into its downdraft, man. You're talking about coming into 223 million to get 63 million. And as a good, we have a good day today and it's not doing anything. So Adobe, ADBE. Let's go take a look at Adobe for a couple of the targets out here. So the low is 274, the high is 540. They're going to come out March 15th. They're going to be looking to do $4.6 billion and $367 to the bottom line. Okay, I wouldn't buy that. Don't buy this, man. If you're in it, get out. This is just coming up to fill the gap. Look at this, man. It's filling the gap, but whoa, it's dangerous. You know, when you fill this first gap, I mean, hey, listen, it's good it filled the first gap. There's no doubt about that. You know, but in order to get through that gap, you're going to have to build a lot of cars, man. And the, let's see, we take a look at, okay, so this is Permanent Basin Royalty Trust. Yeah, this is the Permanent Basin up, this is down in Dallas, Texas. That's right, okay. So the lows, 987, the highs, 25.99. That's today. Let me see. I want to see what this is first. Normally these things, this is something that just kicks off money, I believe. Okay, it was formed by overriding royalty interest in certain oil and gas producing properties in the Permanent Basin of Texas. The trust received these interests from the Southland Royalty Company. The trust distributes royalties to shareholders based on the amount of oil and gas produced and sold. The company owns royalty interest in proved reserves of 5.5 million barrels of oil and 18 billion cubic feet of natural gas. Also has interest in 13,000 gross wells and more than 7,900 gross acres of land. Okay, so put this up. Yeah, I'd stay right there. You're at highs, but, you know, you're at good highs, man. I mean, the last time we had any volume was up at 22.76. But if you're going to get, well, you're only getting a 1.75% dividend, so there's no reason to stay in there for dividends. Yeah, I mean, if this thing goes a couple points lower, then, yeah, I'd bail. But the bottom line, right now, it looks pretty good. We go take a look at oh, this will be funny. This will be good. ISGR. Now, this is a highly volatile stock on earnings. This is Intuitive Surgical. And there's no doubt, it's pretty amazing what this machine can do. The low's 180, the high's 308. You're trading 255. They're coming out, oh, they're coming out tomorrow too. Okay, stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 187, Nasdaq's up 190, S&Ps are up 37. Let's go take a look. I think Texas Instruments is also coming out with numbers. Tomorrow. Let's take a look. So Texas Instruments trading 177. Yeah, tomorrow after the market. So the low is last 52 weeks, 144 the low, 191's the high. You get a they're going to look to do, let's see what we have here. So they're looking to do $4.6 billion at $1.97, which is down pretty dramatically from the last quarter. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be down all of this year, actually. So let's take a look. Come on. Okay, so well, this is strange. Look at this. This is really strange, actually, that they couldn't get traction last Friday. Okay, let's put this on the weekly. So you have a consolidation, basically. Well, that being said, though, it has volume at 183. Yeah, this could pop to 183, man. Hasn't been tested yet. That's the week of December 16th. That's volume up there. There's no doubt about it. That is volume up there. Let me go NVDA. NVIDIA is a mind blower how fast it can actually move. But let's see what we got out here. So you're at 190. So look at this. This is 190. It was, no wonder why people love trading this. It was 140 10 trading days ago. So $50. You're taking the swing out, and you get good volume. The swing has 65 million. We got 55 already. So that's good volume. Nice. Look at this. Okay, so it's probably going to trade up to ICE. ICE is at 208. You're getting over the swing today, 256 million, but you could do that with a good week this week. Yeah, this looks like this thing wants to get into this 208. Let's see when they're coming out with numbers. No, they're not coming out with numbers till February 22nd. Bottom line, though, is you got some action there. There's no doubt about it. We got. Let me just see if Netflix had any follow through. Netflix come out with numbers. Numbers were decent. Yeah, has follow through too. And Netflix, folks, is the only streamer that's making money. That's the bottom line. Every other streamer is having a tough time. Period, just because there's so much competition. And in Netflix's case, they took in $7.9 billion, and at least they brought 12 cents to the bottom line. Now, the next quarter, you can see most of the time they're bringing some big numbers to the bottom line. Next number they're looking for is $8.2 billion and $2.86. So there's quite a jump from this year, fiscal, to next year, and they just finished their fiscal year. So we take a look at this. Well, I got an ABC up. Look at this. It's a big ABC up, too. 1 second. 336. So you got 55 A to B. That's 368. And right now you're 356. Hey, we're going to see how this shakes out, man. I mean, it'd be, you know, when Steve was doing that update, the thing that I really thought was really cool is when he put the Season X chart up in the correlation of the NDX 100, because I don't remember in my lifetime that a recession has ever been this projected this far ahead. I just don't remember it. I mean, it's possible, but it's like, okay. And then, you know, the jobs numbers, job list numbers came out last week, and they're so low it's unbelievable. So it's like, okay, what's going to fly here, man? You know, is inflation going to keep going? Is there really going to be a recession, or is there that much, you know, cash or savings that are actually still around that people are being very careful? It's most times you can really get your grip on it, but this one's a tough one, man. You know, there's no doubt that the bigger companies, they're laying off, and that is big, big money. And there's no doubt about that. Listen, anyone gets laid off, it's a depression for them for 2 seconds, okay? We know how that goes. But this one's a trip. You know, my bigger, I suspect that it's coming down, and this is where I think that a lot of these analysts are coming down to. What they're saying, what they're speculating is that the rates staying higher for a longer period of time is what's going to basically crush the market. That's where they're at. So right now, the Fed fund rate, we're 4.25. And, you know, they've told us they want to get it to 5. Okay, so you got 2 more meetings, right, you know, to get it to 5. And then the next 2 meetings are going to be, they're in the quiet period now. So the next meeting is February 1st, and the next meeting is March 22nd. You know, so we'll see when they get it to 5, and then they push it out, meaning that they don't reduce it, and then you're there for a longer period of time. Now, what does happen is folks that, you know, commercial loans are going to have a big problem, because commercial loans, number one, get turned over about every 7 years. And then, of course, if you have a variable out there, whether it's a commercial loan, a business loan, or, you know, a house loan, yeah, that turns into a real problem, because the acceleration on the way up is so fast. It's unbelievable. Let's go take a look at these bond markets, because the bond market this morning was basically saying it not only wanted lower price, but it looked like it would have volume. But the volume dried up dramatically, folks. See this right here? We were on a gauge today, early in the morning, to do like a 1.4, 1.5 million. We're only at 956,000. And for the bond market, that is very low. I'm talking about the 10-year note now. The 10-year note, not the bond market, 10-year note. You can see that's low, man. So for these notes to go lower and prices to go higher, meaning yields to go higher, it's going to need a lot more volume than this. You can see it. You know, we hit a high 3 days ago at 1.7 million. Friday, you come down at 1.3. You're only doing 959,000 today. And that 959 is going into 2.23. So that's heavy divergence out there. And that's also saying, of course, when you're coming down at that light volume, well, there's not as many sellers. So there's not as many sellers. Guess what? You're going to go just the opposite way. Dow Industrials right now up 235. You get the NASDAQ up 212. S&Ps are up 45. If we take a look at the volumes, how we're going to come in on the indices out here. Right now, you're at 502 in the NYSE, and on the composite, you are at, oh, look at the composite. Yeah, see, this composite's doing ABC up. You're already at 5. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, no, I think you're already. Yeah, you're 5.2 billion in the composite. That's going higher, man.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 253, the NASDAQ's up 224, S&Ps are up 48. And let's take a look at this composite, because the composite's going to have monster volume too. So we're going to look at the 18th and today, MVOLQE. Why? Because the 18th was the high. Yeah, see what's going on? So the composite is also an ABC up, folks. You're gonna have the volume behind the move right here. So that's a big number, man. Let's see what this is. This is last three digits, 223. Oh, one second, I need the front digits, 11,223. Whoa, this is 1,000-point, man. So that's, oh, I see. Now 11,804. And the top is 11,570. That says it will go above these highs. Where's 804? 11,000. Yeah, this is saying So, bottom line is that you have the volume inside the Qs as well as inside the composite itself. We know the NDX stocks are coming out. Let's go look at the SPY and see what we got in the SPY. Yeah, you don't have it in the SPY. It's a close call in the SPY, but I suspect what will end up happening anyway. If we get an ABC structure up in the S&Ps, I mean, and the Qs, this SPY will try to get to that high also, meaning up to the 410 or something like this. So this is going to be a fun week, folks, because what's going to happen, of course, is that these earnings are going to be all over the place, and I suspect all of them are going to be saying, yeah, well, I just laid off 10,000 people. So the bottom line is that our bottom line is also going to go up dramatically. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. Go get them, folks.